This is a picture of my first weight loss, and this was my second weight loss. And what they both have in common is that I couldn't keep the weight off. And this is why I failed the first time. So I grew up in Indonesia and I always have what people would call a mid-sized body. I'm 5'3", where I'm not short, but I'm not petite either. And in Indonesian beauty standard, if you're not tiny or model thin, you're basically considered fat or big. So even though most people now wouldn't call me fat, but I grew up being told that I was, mostly by my own family, and sometimes at school too. I was basically conditioned to believe that something was wrong with my body. And in high school, when we all start liking boys, I decided to lose weight. And my diet was basically oatmeal for breakfast, and then I'll skip lunch altogether, maybe a small snack from the cafeteria, and then hours of dance practice after school. And I'd get home, and sometimes I will eat a small dinner, and a lot of times I'll get home completely exhausted and too tired to eat dinner. So I would be going to school, using my brain power, and also after that doing dance practice that is physically demanding with a very little to no fuel. And when I saw myself getting smaller, I feel proud, and people will notice and they will praise me. They'll be like, "Well done for losing all this weight. What is your secret?" And I'll be like, "Oh, it's because the oatmeal that I eat in the morning." And even the older boys, the seniors who would ignore me, would suddenly notice me and say, "Hey, that chick is hot." And it felt like a proof that all that bullying worked. Except, did it really? Because eventually my body couldn't take it anymore. Because when you ignore your hunger long enough, it will always fight back. Louder. And I started eating in a way that was completely out of control. It turned into a cycle of restricting myself all week and then overeat. I was tired, angry at myself, and completely confused about how to fix it. But looking back, it's all clear. I didn't fail because I lacked discipline. I failed because my approach came from self-hate, not education. Bullying might have been the reason why I wanted to lose weight, but it's also the reason why I failed. Because when your motivation is punishment, your method becomes punishment too. And what actually worked came years later when I approached health differently. But even then, I still failed. Follow for part 2.